These last 3 years have gone by so quickly, and in that time, I've been in love twice. Well, one was more like a really serious crush, but I was in love, even if that didn't work out. But I've had boyfriends, and I've liked it. And I've also been alone and felt fine. Sometimes I think to myself, well, I would really like a boyfriend, but on my terms, no cheating. And other times I think, well, maybe if I was a little bit thinner, or if I had clearer skin. But ultimately, I've just really enjoyed being me. I mean, as I read somewhere, everyone else is taken. I keep thinking about how nice it was to visit Aunt Belinda on her farm, and how she brought that medium in, and she told me all those wonderful things about myself, and how my great-grandmother Tilly channeled in. I love Aunt Belinda. She just really gets me. You know, I still have this locket she gave me all those years ago, and it's always brought me comfort and joy just to know that I have someone out there looking after me. She's coming to visit in a couple weeks. I'm so excited. She's bringing all of our family photos, and I can't wait to see them. School is draining. I'm in all my top classes, and they're really difficult. And not to mention, on top of that, I also have to deal with actually mean girls at my school. I mean, what's up with August? I always remember how mean she was to Melissa, and I don't know, I don't understand it. What's her problem anyway? I think I met a guy I could really like. He was visiting down the street, and he was out by his car. He drives. And we just started to chat. He was so polite and mature, and we were talking and laughing, and oh, I feel so tingly inside. I don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight. Tony and I spent hours by the lake today, just walking around and talking. He's so sweet. I really wish he lived around here. He's leaving in a little while, but he said that maybe we could FaceTime or Skype while he's away. Or he could come back in a few months and visit. I said that I'd like to do video diaries back and forth with him. He said, okay. I'm so used to doing my videos with you, though. Tony is such a great listener. I tell him about pretty much everything that I do when I video. I talk about all my dreams after high school and how I hate my brother and sister sometimes. I even told him about Rob, and he understood how hurt I was. That felt really important to me. He's very sweet, and he says that he thinks that he could be in love with me. But I'm not so sure how I feel yet. This isn't like a mad crush, like with Paul, or being completely in love, like with Rob. This is sweeter, and more gentle, and I don't feel so pressured into anything. Today was the scariest day of my life. My mom didn't stop freaking out till she went to work today. There was a shooting at my school, and everybody had to hide or take cover, and I wound up getting locked in the girls' bathroom with August and Melissa. It was terrifying. We kept hearing the shots from the hallway. August started having a mental breakdown, screaming and crying, and we were so scared that we were going to get caught. But then Melissa started to calm her down. She started reassuring her and saying that everything was going to be okay and that we would make it out. And she stopped screaming and crying. When the announcement over the loudspeaker came on that it was safe to come out and that the shooter had been taken care of, we were so relieved. We started crying and we hugged each other. I still don't know how I'm supposed to feel about August, though. But right now, I'm just grateful that we're all still alive. Aunt Belinda called, and she was so shocked and upset to see about the school shooting on the news. She's gonna come visit in a couple weeks, though, which is really exciting. She's so fun. She always talks about the stuff that my mom shies away from, but she's got this sort of mystery to her. She never married, she never had kids, but she has this really amazing boyfriend. I wonder why. Maybe I'll find out someday. Tony called too after the shooting. He was so sweet. He was so worried, and he kept telling me how special I was to him. It really feels nice to just have someone else you can talk to about this. Aunt Belinda took out a picture of a young mom, a very, very young mom holding her tiny baby in a hospital bed. No one was particularly interested at first, but there was something about the way that she was holding it, and just her face that said, "Ask me about this." So my mom said, "Oh, who's that of?" And Aunt Belinda said, "Well, that's you." And my mom said, "Well, I could have guessed that I was the baby, but who is that holding me?" And Aunt Belinda said, "That's me." My mom was really confused. She said, "Well, that's ridiculous. Why would you be holding me in a hospital bed on the day that I was born? You were 16. And my Aunt Belinda said, "Because you are my baby." My mom was shocked. There was a dead, stunned silence before she said, "You're not my sister, are you?" Then Aunt Belinda said, "No, I'm not. I'm your mother." I could not believe what I was hearing. I'm sorry I had to run, but people came home and I really need to be alone to talk about this with you. So, Aunt Belinda, if I can still call her that, I'm calling her Aunt Belinda. Aunt Belinda explained to us that when she was much younger, she had a boyfriend whom she got pregnant with. And to protect her from shame, because that wasn't good in those days, her parents sent her away to live with other relatives. Now, the story was that while she was away and pregnant, my grandma, well, I guess my great-grandma Ruth, was the one who was actually pregnant. She was having a miracle baby, which was my mom. So when the baby was born, it was Ruth's baby, and my Aunt Belinda had to act like she was my mom's sister instead of her mom. We asked her so many questions, like, well, what was it like to be forced into your sister's role? Or what was it like to not have to be the mom of someone you just gave birth to? And she answered all of our questions, but I'm still so confused. This means that my Aunt Belinda is my grandmother, which makes Grandma Ruth, great-grandma Ruth, my great-grandma Tilly is my great-great-grandma Tilly? Okay, this is too confusing, but I'm kind of glad that the truth came out. You're probably wondering what's changed in our lives since. The truth is, not very much. Aunt Belinda went back to Minnesota. My mom has been more open with me about these sort of things and talking about stuff, and that's really it. I'm probably gonna vacation in Minnesota with Aunt Belinda again soon. I don't know. We might see a medium again. That would be cool. I wonder if my great-great-grandma Tilly is gonna come through and tell me anything I need to know about myself. Or maybe about Tony. I could really use some advice with Tony. I don't know what to do. He's so sweet, but we live so far away, and I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of romance. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, well, wouldn't you be thinking day and night about the whole secret thing? Not really. I don't know. It's funny how life can just kind of go on like that. I mean, it's really only made my mom more open about talking to me about stuff like that, and my family's still my family, no matter what. I think it just kind of proves that it doesn't really matter. It's better to get rid of the baggage that we carry with us, even if we don't even know that we're carrying it. A poem came to me last night. Truths change, yet still remain. Lives are untouched and then retouched. Beyond the veil, the future lies, full and inviting, uncertain yet beckoning. And even I have the strength to open my heart and my arms to the sky and sing out a hallelujah.
Truths change and still remain. Lives are touched and then retouched. Beyond the veil, the future lies, full and inviting, uncertain yet beckoning. And even I have the strength to open my heart and my arms to the sky and sing out hallelujah.